I'm here in Paris at the Unleash World Conference 2023 and I'm standing here with Rebecca Carr from SmartRecruiters. Hi Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
We're back here because a couple of years ago we spoke to each other. A lot of happened, so if you look at SmartRecruiters and how you evolve and what you do now. So we talk about it, but first there are some people who do not know SmartRecruiters yet. Can you tell us more?
Sure. So SmartRecruiters is a hiring platform. Everything from pre-hire, talent attraction products, branded career sites, CRM. We've got some conversational AI products that go on top of your career site, all the way into community management, prospecting, applicant tracking, pre-hire onboarding products, and then we're layered with some integration elements and AI. So really a comprehensive talent acquisition suite. Yeah.
So if you look at the main advantages for users, can you mention some?
It's a good question. I'd say that when I talk to customers and prospects, most commonly, they really call out three things. The first is usability. I know this sounds a little bit nuts, but we're beautiful. It's a really beautiful product. And for those of you that has ever used an applicant tracking system, usually they are really ugly. So the fact that it is usable, that it feels consumer grade is something that generally speaking stands out and frankly has attracted a lot of our customers that are more high volume from a hiring process standpoint, so retail, manufacturing, where candidate experience is really important and hiring manager experience is important. You see a lot of them sort of come into our customer base. Very flexible. We sort of pride ourselves on full self-service configuration. So you don't need a big implementation house to come in and code software to get you up and running. Everything, even to our integrations, are self-service in many capacities. We have over 600 partners connected, and you can just do it in a couple clicks. So that level of flexibility, clearly a differentiator. And then the other thing I would say is that we are connected. We very early on invested in APIs. It's something that's a theme that you'll see from us in the future too. We've got nearing 50% domain coverage at this point, which is much more than you see from many of our competitors. And I think as a result, we've seen customers that really want a certain level of customization on top of the platform attracted to wanting to be a part of our suite and our customer base.
Yeah, what we often ask to startups is, hey, what's the problem you solve for recruiters? So if you look at the companies choosing for SmartRecruiters, what are the main things they choose for you?
Yeah. They want to hire faster. Like, that's probably the number one problem. There's a secondary problem to that, which is when they do hire fast, they want it to be higher quality. And so being smart, hence the name, is something that we lean into. But speed is important, especially in our core customer profiles of retail, manufacturing, healthcare, high tech, where every day means that they can't deliver revenue back to their business because they might not have a candidate in seat. They need very efficient automated workflows, seamless candidate apply experiences. They don't want drop off. And so when I think about our core problem in the past and even in the future, it is paving the way for those customers to hire faster and smarter. And the smarter element really being deeply rooted in AI and insight and data products atop our platform.
So if you look at the countries you are aiming at, is there a difference between a couple of years ago and now?
We're certainly deployed in a lot more countries. So we have candidates and hiring managers in 102 countries around the world, which I want to say there might be only 116 or something, so we're close to everybody. I think from a market perspective, when we last spoke, we had obviously a big US presence. That's where we were headquartered and founded. We moved to the UK quickly thereafter, and then to like EMEA South, which is essentially France, Italy, Spain, have seen some great growth there, especially in the UK Nordics. We launched DOC in about 2017, 2018 with one individual. It's a much bigger team now. That region has obviously some very specific use cases that need to be met, especially around compliance, which we've leaned into and seen great success. But I think the region that's really come out of nowhere is APAC, our Australia, New Zealand crew. We launched that market almost as a test case maybe 3-4 years ago at this point. It has seen significant growth, which is very much aligned to, I think, what many analysts would say is happening in Australia, New Zealand, and APAC in general, which is these are going to be the areas where ATS growth is seen the most. I'm very happy that we've continued to invest there. We have data centers there. We've got implementation, support, sales, everybody on the ground, and customers have responded very well. Yeah.
Can you mention some recent inventions you did and implemented?
Last year we launched our onboarding product, which was sort of the post-hire experience, the extension of the applicant tracking system. We've continued to invest there. To me, it's table stakes, frankly, if you want to play in the talent acquisition suite space. That post-hire journey, the delay between an offer and the day they start and how you engage candidates, very important. And so we've leaned into that. We also acquired a company out of the UK around branded career sites and programmatic advertising. That has seen some great customer momentum. So this group stands up fully branded custom career sites, and then atop that we offer a number of SEO and programmatic services that actually drive candidates, again, to our pain point of hiring faster. People need to be discovered faster in order to hire faster. And so that problem space is one that I think a lot of talent acquisition teams are not equipped to address, and we leaned into with product. Yeah.
So the question of questions nowadays is, of course, AI. Yeah. What do you think about AI? Are you using it already?
Yeah. So I actually had this conversation with my board the other day because they were talking about AI, and I said, it's funny, we actually chose to, many years ago, lean into AI and lean into the riskiest place of AI, which is candidate matching and like actually assigning scores to people and bubbling them up. Obviously, there's a lot of discussion around bias in algorithms and what this does to organizations and the risk it exposes them to. We have not shied away from it, though. We've continued to double down around AI for discovery, and that's through our Smart Assistant product. I've seen good results, and continue the algorithms in learning from more and more customers has actually generated a ton of insight that we've been able to surface back through the UI that has made it less risky and more valuable. So we'll keep going there. We are this year launching our first set of what we're calling AI co-pilots, which are going to really tackle the problem of AI efficiency and task automation. I think there's a lot of things that HR teams need to do that are very manual. There's been a lot of cost reduction in HR and recruiting over the last several months, given the market condition, and enabling those organizations with AI bots that can do some of the work for them is something our customers are asking for, and you're going to see a lot of generative AI here too. Not just creating jobs or job descriptions, but how people think about interview notes or reviews or building reports and things like that. The last area, though, that I'm most excited about is to our roots in compliance and global scale. We are going to be leaning a lot into AI for insight is what I'm calling it, which is essentially how can we, based on behaviors in the system, tell customers that they are not doing something. You don't have enough candidates from this gender or ethnicity group on your job. You should post to this board because we know it will get you this kind of traffic. Or you are not you're not purging candidates from this country on a fast enough basis. Why, did something go wrong in your process, or should you want to configure that? So trying to educate and guide, we'll obviously have to be careful with that, and we'll test selectively. We'll also allow a lot of organizations to put their own process rules in place over that so that it can really guide based on the requirements of that organization. But I think it will be that will be a fun one for me, because I think it's a use case that isn't the most obvious one, but actually addresses an issue around risk management that is particularly top of mind for a lot of companies. Yeah.
And it's make the recruiter smarter.
Yes, make them smarter. Make companies smarter. I oftentimes I'll say it's a good comment. We talk a lot about recruiters as our primary persona, but I think one thing that has never changed from Smart Recruiters and has remained very core to our business philosophy is that everyone hires. Hiring is critically important to every single person in the organization, and therefore we should build products for companies, not just for recruiters. Now, recruiters are key stakeholders in that, and we should always build delightful experiences for them. But I think there's problems that other people need to solve that we can tackle just as easily with some of the same infrastructure that we've created. And I'm excited about that, especially when people need to do more with less. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.